Progressive environmental groups are pushing to get an initiative on the ballot next year that would end new oil and gas permits in Colorado by 2030. Previous attempts to restrict energy development have been rejected by voters. Our Luis De Leon looks at this latest idea.
The views of oil and gas extraction can be hard to miss in our state. Active and abandoned oil rigs dot the land as you drive further north on I-25.
But unfortunately, we are still allowing a whole lot of extraction to happen here in the state.
Micah Parkin is executive director of 350 Colorado. They're one of the local organizations that's part of a coalition called Safe and Healthy Colorado. They're behind a ballot initiative proposal that phases out new oil and gas permits by 2030. Parkin says they submitted 2 versions of the measure to the state legislative council last week.
It all relates as far as our dependence on fossil fuels. It would help to protect our air, our land, our water quality, and also our climate.
According to data from the Colorado Oil and Gas Conservation Commission, they approved 1,115 well permits last year. To date this year, they approved 414 permits. Nationwide, Colorado ranks 5th for crude oil production, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration.
Never a slow time. Nope.
Dan Haley is president and CEO of the Colorado Oil and Gas Association. His first thoughts on the initiative's language?
Yeah, it's kind of deja vu.
Deja vu because in 2018, Proposition 112, which would have created a 2,500-foot off-limit zone for oil and gas production around places like homes and schools, failed at the hands of voters. Haley thinks if this gets on the ballot, it too would fail.
Because they don't want to pay more for their energy than they're already paying right now.
He argues, among other things, that the measure could knock out a lot of jobs, demand is high, and believes the industry is already under strict regulation by the state.
We're at a time now where we know we need energy. So the question becomes, where do you want to get your energy?
So Safe and Healthy Colorado has until early August to turn in the signatures needed to even get this on the ballot. Parkin, you heard from there, was actually on the board of the group that was behind that 2018 proposition that failed. She says while the focus of this measure is phasing out new oil and gas permits, she does say that it would allow what's already in production to continue. Kyle, I mentioned there's 2 versions of the language that they submitted. The difference is one includes providing assistance to workers impacted by the reduction of the operations.
Yeah, in the past, Colorado's referred to this somewhat controversially as a just transition for those workers. I don't know, if nothing else, Luis, if this gets on the ballot, it would be an interesting test of where Colorado is politically, just how much things have changed, because even as this state has moved leftward, there has still been an affinity for energy production.
Right, and Parkin argues to that end that they were really outspent by the oil and gas industry, actually even acknowledging today that they will never really have that fundraising or that money that the industry has. So we'll just have to see how this plays out.
Almost like they're pumping money out of the ground. All right, Luis, thank you very much.